From around the country, they converge at the Great Hall of the People. Some 3,000 of them, many from the military, but others from the business world, or city and county governors, workers, the vast majority of them members of the Communist Party. It's the one time of the year when delegates meet in full formal session, so it's an opportunity for those in positions of power to catch up, talk shop, and cut deals. That's what happens on the sidelines. Officially, they're all here for the National People's Congress to vote bills into law. But with legislation always passing with enormous majorities, some would consider it all just for show.
The work report is a very important speech because what it says is what the party and the government at large has done right and where it still falls short. And one of the more striking elements of this year's speech is all the concern, all the anxiety, the idea that in fact China, for all its successes seen overseas, still has a whole host of social and economic challenges right in front of it.
Still, it's the opportunity for the premier to deliver his work report. In that long speech, if you read between the lines carefully, are China's major announcements and changes in policy. Poring over this speech and following its meaning is the work of journalists as well as officials. Song Xinfang is a delegate from Shandong province. He's a beekeeper, your model worker.
I made 30 or so proposals. As an NPC delegate, my responsibility is to provide advice and work on China's social-economic development and make contributions to enrich the country.
They are here to serve the people, but it is this time every year security is tightest in the capital. The people cordoned off from Tiananmen Square, and the conversations kept behind closed doors.
This is about politics. It's about making policy. It's about arguing about the future direction of the country. What's talked about here may not always come to pass, but it is at least being talked about.
And while there are plenty of press conferences, the final one given by the premier, it is a tightly managed affair. Most journalists asked to submit their questions in advance.
The leadership is aware of a growing level of discontent. This year's Congress is expected to pass a new electoral law, which officials hope will send more representative delegates, more from the countryside, to Beijing. But some say the new legislation will not change representation. After all, delegates are selected, not elected, which might mean there might be change on paper, but not on the ground. Melissa Chan, Al Jazeera, Beijing.